Surrounded by idiots. What does it mean? In today's video, I'll be covering that and how to efficiently communicate with everyone, whether it be at your workplace, at home, or even at school. So let's get right into it. I should first start with disc theory. I'll put a picture up right there, but essentially, disc theory is a model used to describe human behavior based off 4 personality traits: dominance, D, influence, steadiness, and conscientiousness. Yes, there we go. This theory was developed by Dr. William Marston, a psychologist who believed that people have unique, observable ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving. The DISC model of behavior was first proposed in 1928. Let's first start off by describing red behavior, or dominant behavior. You might call a red person bold, ambitious, driven, and potentially hot-tempered, rash, or dominant. You quickly notice a red person because they don't make the slightest effort to conceal their true colors. People who have lots of red in their behavior are task-oriented extroverts who always enjoy challenges. They make quick decisions and are comfortable taking the lead and taking risks. A common perception is that reds are natural leaders. Reds have no problem being blunt. They have opinions on most things, and they trot their thoughts out quickly and efficiently. They enjoy winning competitions that don't even exist except in their own mind. It can be passing a slow walker on the street, finding the best parking spot, or dominating the family game of Monopoly. For a red, this is all natural because they see themselves as a winner. Reds often get annoyed with sluggishness. Reds are happy to make a quick decision to keep things moving. The advantage is obvious. As soon as the task becomes unclear or it takes too long, a red will ensure that the momentum is maintained and spurt things along. If you want to adopt to a red's tempo, you need to speak and act more quickly. However, some people speak about reds as a little dictatorial and oppressive. Some say belligerent, arrogant, and egotistical. A red has no problem with conflict because for them it's just another form of communication. It is important for reds to feel that they can influence what people do and how they intend to act on certain specific issues. They are interested in controlling those around them. Reds need to understand that the road to full transparency is to adapt to others. But by realizing that no one can manage everything alone, they can also be prevailed upon to pause and care about others. Now, let's talk about yellow behavior. A yellow person is an optimistic and cheerful individual with a bright outlook. Yellow on disc theory is I for inspiration. Recognizing a yellow is easy. They're the one who talks all the time and gives answers rather than asks questions. People with lots of yellow in their behavior focus on developing relationships. They are outgoing and can be highly persuasive. They're enthusiastic, excited, and happy to talk about their feelings. You won't find anyone more resourceful than a yellow. If there is anything, yellows have an aptitude for seeing solutions where others do not. A yellow dares to go beyond the usual conventions when they're in a creative mode. However, you might not be able to use whatever idea scheme they come up with. Realism isn't a factor for yellow, but still, one idea can lead to another, and then suddenly you find something that works. You never know. Yellows are skilled rhetoricians. They know instinctively that their egos, the bearer of the message, is just as important as the message itself. Therefore, they are mindful of getting through to you as an individual, usually by being friendly, shaking your hand, or making personal comments that make you feel important. On the downside, yellows can be selfish, superficial, or overly confident. Combine that with the fact that they can be distracted and careless, suddenly the picture isn't flattering anymore. A yellow won't admit that they're careless, but they have no natural way of keeping things on track. They find working in a structured way boring. If there's anything yellow would like to avoid, it's feeling controlled by fixed systems. To cater to a yellow person, you would strive to create a warm and friendly atmosphere. Smile a lot, have fun, and laugh. Allow a yellow to devote themselves to the latest thing. They'll like you because you're exciting, engaging, and innovative. However, be prepared to be replaced rather quickly if they find someone who is more knowledgeable about newer things. Green, or stability behavior. It's the S in DISC. The green person is the most common and average category amongst other colors. But this isn't necessarily a negative aspect. While reds are performance seekers and yellows are creative, and the blues are definitely perfectionists, the greens are the most balanced. They counterbalance the more extreme behavioral traits elegantly. This means that greens don't stick out the same way as others, and they often provide a serenity to a situation. Greens will not offend people if they can avoid it. They usually strive to fit in. They are naturally friendly and reliable people. If a green says that they will do something, you can be confident that they'll do it. A green wants to stay on good terms with everyone, so they'll help people even if they don't necessarily like them. For greens, it's better to be safe than to be sorry. They are reluctant to take a position or sensitive issues. Greens have just as many views as opinions as everyone else, but they don't really express them all that well, or at all for that matter. They avoid taking responsibility for the matter in question by expressing themselves ambiguously. Security will always be important to a green. He strives for stability, and he doesn't even want to think about wild gambles. They want everything in life to be predictable. The bigger the plans, the less likely a green will be able to commit. All they want is peace, and they want to live in a mindset where everything should be easy. The majority of the population has green as their dominant quality. This is the main reason we are often unable to accept change with open arms. The unknown always looks scary. And last, blue, or compliance behavior. It's the C in DISC, and blues don't make a fuss about themselves, but they keep tabs on what is happening. They analyze, classify, evaluate, and assess. You know you've met a blue if you visit someone's home and everything's organized in a particular way. They're a mix of pessimists and realists. Blues rarely take major risks to ensure a predictable life. Sometimes a blue can refrain from starting something because they can't assess the risks. A blue generally solves everything by creating advanced systems that can manage the possible risks that may arise. The benefits are evident. Blues won't be taken aback by unexpected events like others would be, and in the long run, they save a lot of time. Consider how a blue would put together a piece of furniture from IKEA, let's say. If there's a manual, you have to read it thoroughly before starting. Reds would be confident that they can easily do this. Yellows tear everything up, explaining that it would be fun to get the furniture in place. Blues read the instructions twice, examine everything, and confirm that the different pieces of the new cabinet match the pictures in the instructions. But mainly, blues find it difficult to begin anything new because they want to prepare thoroughly. Blues are always obsessed with the details. To them, 95% right is 100% wrong. They never finish anything because there's always more to do. Details are essential to communicating with a blue. If you want to get through to them, you must be very exact and detail-oriented. Make sure you have the answers to absolutely everything. Now, let's go over with a quick conclusion of Surrounded by Idiots. The purpose of Surrounded by Idiots is to highlight that no group should be composed solely of individuals of the same type. Diversity is the best way to put people together and achieve decent dynamics. Each color has its strengths and weaknesses to lift others. It depends on what color you are, how strong your self-awareness is, and how willing you are to make headway with other color personalities. For example, a blue can help a yellow become more concrete, and a yellow can help a blue be more spontaneous. Surrounded by Idiots precisely explains why groups work the way they do, and it gives you the tools to avoid similar problems in your own life. We're all different, but you'll pinpoint these differences and work around them if you keep your eyes open. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.